Dieting world, bro.
Oh, okay.
Dieting world.
How's the dieting going for you, Phil? How you feeling?
That diet sucks, bro.
Yeah.
Now it's starting to suck.
Yeah, no, I know. How many weeks out are you?
Uh, that'd be 9.
Mm, yeah,
Yeah, I
okay.
started 18. I started 18 weeks, so I started early.
Yeah. All right. What about you, Luke? You start
He
dieting yet
already
or
took
not
away
yet?
all my
Yeah.
carbs from. He took away all my carbs out of my last 3 meals last week. So
Damn.
yeah, he wants to be in shape 4 weeks before the show. So that's what I'm saying. I'm being punished right now for no damn reason.
That sucks. Yeah, that sucks. But listen, you got to go out with a bang. It might be your last year, so
Yes, sir. Might be.
you got to show the world what it's all about. What about you, Luke? How you feeling, man? You dieting yet or not yet?
Yeah, I'm dieting. It's I just started, so with the diet part. So
Ugh.
it didn't take its toll yet.
Yeah, it's still there's still plenty of food at the beginning.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I spoke to Dorian today. He's in Long Island. I don't know why I think he wanted to train at Bev's. That's why I went to Long Island. But
Yeah,
so he's getting ready for the New York Pro. So obviously he won't be with us today. Did you guys see the video I did with about Giles Thomas? You guys, Phil, you know anything about the two pros promoters in UK?
I heard about them when that situation happened where they didn't want them to do the Arnold anymore. They couldn't pay the athletes. It was like some kind of crazy money thing.
There's always some shit with them. And here's Bo. And it they gave four of their security guys beat up George the Bull. The
Yeah, I heard about that.
well
What?
then yeah, you didn't hear about that?
Oh,
But that was all over social media.
Yeah, that was like I don't know, a couple of months ago, a few months ago, whatever it was. What's up, Bo?
so
Hey, man,
bro.
how y'all doing, bro?
Uh,
All right.
so then Ron Harris and Giles Thomas have their own podcast. It's called the Power Hour, right? So the last one they did, they talked about the New York Pro and blah blah blah. But his girlfriend, is trying to turn pro in bikini, and she was doing this show that those guys, the two bros promoters, promote, and apparently, when they gave that kid the bull a beating, Giles finally broke his silence because apparently he separated himself in 2018 and didn't say a word about him. But then when they gave that kid a beating, I mean, they gave him a beating. They broke his ribs, they broke his eye socket, they gave him a beating. And he finally broke his silence and said that basically they're thugs and blah, 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 and so on and so forth for the most part. Anyway, the girl goes to register for the show and all that. And the guy, I think his name is Ian, who's one of the two promoters, was threatening text messages to her, saying that she's a compulsive liar. Her boyfriend, meaning Giles, is a compulsive liar. That you guys call yourself media, all this crap. So for some reason, Giles couldn't be there, so we hired a security guard to be with her at the show. Now, I'd reached out to Giles, but he didn't want to come on. But my attitude is, why can't you do another show? Like, if you're gonna talk, like, just I don't know how it goes in the UK. I don't know if they're like the stepping stone to get a pro card or whatever. But my attitude was, fuck you, I'm not doing your show. I'll do somebody else's show. Like, but I don't know how it works out there. You ever had any interaction with these guys out there?
I mean,
Mm.
Could you imagine? Could you? Because I said that, I think I said that when I did when I talked about it on Anabolic Academy. I said, picture, and I used Bo as an example. I said because Bo came on my podcast and did we kind of talked about his past, and I said, picture doing that to Bo's wife, right? And then I kind of put everybody in the category. I was like, or Phil, or even me. I was like, I wouldn't really take so kindly of you threatening my wife via text message.
It's crazy. That's
So
crazy.
I think
I,
I think I think they know who to pick and choose. You know, because Giles is a real nice dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't know what's going on out there. But supposedly they're, I don't know. But that was my first question is why can't you just do another show? I would never even consider doing.
I don't even know why the IFBB allows them to continue to promote shows.
That was my other thing. That was my other thing. I said, why aren't the Manions stepping in? I mean, apparently this isn't the first time they had trouble. According to Giles, there's been plenty of people in the past that have not come forward that have had bad experiences with these guys. So the Bull, when they gave him the beating, that was basically, but that was the pinnacle. That was the and then they're threatening this girl. You know, and Giles is a major player in bodybuilding media. You know, he was on Muscular Development. He had UK Muscle Talk, I think it was called UK Muscle Radio, something like that. You know, blah blah blah. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, listen, there's three sides to every story, but Giles doesn't seem like, troublemaker to me.
No, no.
How would you have handled that, Luke, if
somebody threatened my wife. It's the people gonna be looking for him. Seriously, people gonna be looking for him. I'm actually gonna come to the show.
Right.
It's gonna make me come to the show.
Right. Yeah.
She's not gonna be competing.
Right.
I'm gonna be coming to the show though.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, man, the Brooklyn would be coming out of me. That's for sure.
I want to hear it in person.
Right. You know, I don't know, man. It's just handle it real bad, but it is what it is. Anyway,
well, hope they look into this and do something about this, man. Because you can't keep letting stuff like that go on, and it's putting a bad taste on other people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know too much about the UK promoters, but I mean, even if you like boycott and not do their show, I mean, seriously, but I don't know. But yeah, it would be the Manions should be stepping in and they should have some kind of consequence. I mean, it's ridiculous, suspension, anything. Anyway, so we got the New York Pro coming up. I put out the list, and there's a lot more guys that I realized, man, that were doing that damn show. Did you see that list?
Yep.
Was it 19?
Yeah, it's a ton of dudes, man. But okay, so before we start checking out pictures of the guys and going down the list and whatnot, you guys see the guest posing at the Pittsburgh Pro?
Yep.
And everybody's talking about Nick Walker and his distended stomach. All right, I want you guys' opinion on how bad that is a week out. Anybody, I don't care.
I didn't think
when they made this, because I actually told Patty about this. Social media needs to just shut the hell up. I mean, Nick Walker already, he already had a wide waist. I mean, this is not nothing new, right?
Right.
But you're guest posing, so they're going to carb load, they're going to water load. I mean, it's guest posing, so he's going to come in over full. Of course, his stomach's going to be a little extended and so forth and so on. And they want to sit and say it's a week out. Have we ever not seen Nick come in the show in freaking shape and peel to the bone? So sometimes it just irritates me with social media. The minute someone could just not look a certain way, everybody wants to go ballistic. But he's always had the waist. He's always had the midsection issue, but he does tighten up a little bit when in the midsection area when he does a show. That's all that matters. But social media is a joke sometimes.
And he controls it when he's competing. He was having fun guest posing. You know what I mean? He fully controls it. You never see him have a problem with his midsection even when he's transitioning in poses when he's competing. I don't know. What'd you think, Bo? Anybody have a different opinion on it?
No, I don't got no different opinion. Like I knew what it was. Like I ain't finna try to get in peak week just to do a guest pose, mess on my protocol. And then he got on there and he told everybody, like, I drove 5 hours, eat my meals full of water.
Right.
What y'all think gonna happen?
Right.
Didn't even pump up. Come on now.
Right.
I'm like him on that social media. Soon they see something like that, they wanna if you ain't never did bodybuilding at this kind of level, why is you talking about it anyway? Like
100%, man. Absolutely. I said it. The guy's got a week out. I mean, look, Did it look bad? Yeah, it looked bad. But let's give the guy the benefit of the doubt. Number one, he's got a week out. He's got to pull a lot of water. It was at night. He probably had all his meals in him, his water in him. He's having fun on stage, and he is not really concentrating on controlling his waist as he would at any other competitive show. I don't know.
And the man drove 5 hours there.
Yeah, right. And yeah, exactly. To entertain everybody. The only thing he should have did was put some protein on his face because he looked like Ghostface Killer.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree on that.
That's the only thing I got against it, though.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
I'll tell you though, Martin Fitzwater looked good because that's the counter argument. The counter argument is look how good Martin Fitzwater looked. But I think he knew what he was doing. I think Martin Fitzwater realized that all eyes are going to be on him. He's going to be in the deepest lineup ever at the New York Pro he's ever been in. And I think he went to that guest posing knowing that if I come in lean and hard, he might have popped a diuretic or something just to look good on stage, and all these other guys are out of shape. It's going to make him look that much better. Which, if that's what the case is, it worked. That's for sure.
Just did a show too. He's just coming off of a show. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He's gonna look that way.
And out of all the rest of the guys, who was the most impressive, you think, out of the off-season guys?
So Andrew Jack.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I like
Eric.
it.
So who?
Prada looked good too.
Yeah. Derek still was the most impressive to me. Andrew looked like he did his homework. He put size on. But Derek was still the most impressive to me because the guy is deep in his offseason. He still has striations in his glutes, and he still has separation in his legs. And I'm like, damn, and he's...
Did you see how big Hunter legs is right now?
Yeah. He does look jacked.
I'm looking at Hunter legs. I'm looking at Derek legs. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. They're doing their homework. That much. The Hunter, Andrew Jacked, even Samson. Nobody's talking about Samson because we've kind of seen and heard a ton from him. But these young guys are doing their homework. The Martin Fitzwaters. You can't take anything away from them. So it was impressive, and I like seeing the guys big and jacked and on their off season. I love that shit. And Andrew Jack put on some size, and if he comes in sharp, look. I don't think I think all these guys realize that all these places, the top 5 placings, are up for grabs, and I think they realize that if they don't put the work in, they got to. They're not going to make it. But if they do put the work in, they really have a really good shot. And I think that's why Samson is going to Oxygen, because he's trying to look into to break the top 3. And I think that's why Andrew and Hunter are really putting the work in, because look, let's face it, Derek is a special bodybuilder, man. It's going to take a lot to beat him. It's going to take a lot to beat him. I mean, he's damn near perfect.
Looking great in Pittsburgh on off season and all that greatness is good. Hunter has issues with coming in shape in these big shows. He looked good in Tampa. He was okay in Texas, but he did start sweating. When nerves kick in with Hunter, he really starts sweating really bad.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's not even about size. What's getting me with these guys is everybody wants to chase this size game. If the muscle don't stick, when you come into that show, it's putting on that size unnecessary. I'm a little concerned that Andrew Jack did blow up this big, because now I'm worrying about, okay, is he going to really nail that conditioning? The bigger you get, the more work it's going to take to bring that in. Bring the conditioning in, bring the lines in, and so forth and so on. And also, even though he's still got a nice waistline, people got to understand, the more you eat and the bigger you get, it's profound that your waist is going to grow. I don't care who you, it's eventually going to grow, right? So if you have a beautiful structure like Andrew Jack, one of his big thing was put just a little bit more thickness on his upper body, but really trying to bring up his hamstrings, which all tall guys have issues with having that thick hamstrings compared to the shorter competitors, But I think a lot of the pros, these elite guys, need to focus on the main things they need to do and not get caught up in the size game. Hunter's a great bodybuilder, but it just messes me up with him because, he looks good on the off season. He looks good going into the show. But then when the big show like the Olympia, he fades big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. They all look great, but my thing is this muscle going to stick when
Yeah.
you come down in weight? That's the key thing.
We'll have to see, We'll have to see, but I didn't think anybody's waist was blown out, which was good, See, to me,
No, he
that's
was
what's
good. Yeah, he was good.
yeah. To me, that's most impressive to Derek. I mean, Derek is still doing somewhat of a vacuum in his offseason, right? I mean, to me, he's just this impressive bodybuilder. But anyway, all right. This Saturday, I'm gonna do my best to be at the night show. Odds are I'll be there, but I gotta do some maneuvering. Anyway, all right. So there's a ton of guys on this show. So why don't we just go and look up some pictures and see what we think? Let's see. Oh shit. She's not in the New York Pro. Oh,
That's a
damn.
good front double.
Yeah, that's
That's a good front double.
Chicka chicka wah wah. Chicka wah wah. Chicka wah wah. All right, stop
Yeah,
fucking around. Let's look up Tim Budashane. Tim Budashane. Did he put any new picks up? When
Tim
was
always bring condition though.
he does. How long ago was this? When was this? This was 3 days ago. All right, where are you? Last leg day. Oh, I hate that shit. All right, let's try again. How about this one? When was this? This was 3 hours ago. Oh, he's at Bev's. Okay. He's at Bev's. All right.
And he got that condition.
Looks like he's got to pull some water, but he looks like he's ready. The thing is, there's a ton of guys here, man. And it's my opinion is I think the top 5 guys are already called for. Let's see. Okay. So the next guy is, I don't know who it is. Christoph. All these foreign guys. I'm going to wind up fucking these guys' head up, man. Oh, there we go. There it is. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah. No, this guy's not going to do well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's not going to do well at the New York Pro. Sometimes I'm like, I mean, look, I don't want to shit on the guy, but how did he even get his pro card? Seriously. So you got to call a circle a circle. How did? Oh, come on. Look at that. Come on.
He might have made improvements now. You never know.
Yeah, that's true. If you want to look on the brighter side of things, but odds are he's not going to do well. All right. Let's see who's the next guy. Did you guys see Angel Calderon guest pose? He looked fucking good.
Hey, that man condition.
Big time. All right, let's look him up, actually.
Like, he ain't nobody gonna out condition him, but maybe I ain't gonna even say maybe. Look at this shot right there. You just went off of him.
Which one? Let's see. This one?
Right there. Yeah.
Damn.
Look.
Yeah. Now that's what everybody wanted to see from Nick Walker. You know what I mean? That's what.
At a guest posing, that's
right.
That's too much to be asking a week away from the show at a guest posing.
Right. Exactly.
But see, what's it called? Ain't just like that. Like he be in good condition all season though.
Yeah, you're right. He's kind of like he never gets sloppy. He always has somewhat of striations and muscle separation, even in his off season. The guy is, and plus he doesn't need any more size. He's a short guy. He's packed on a ton of muscle, and the way he's going to break, beat most of these guys is going to be through conditioning. And make no mistake, he's going to beat a lot of guys. There's no question about it. The guy is too talented of a bodybuilder. I think he has won an open show before, just not this deep of a lineup. All right. Tonio Burton. We all know Tonio's going to do some serious damage. Do I have him up there yet? He's going to do some damage, and I think he put a new pick up today. Yeah, right here. This was an hour ago, 2 hours ago. This guy's going to do damage, man. This guy just looks phenomenal.
Yeah,
This guy,
I told him just stay on this condition.
How tall is he?
He
I
a
don't
little bit
know.
taller than I am.
He 5'9"?
No, I'm
Nah, I
short.
don't think
No,
he's 5'9".
no, I'm
No,
5'8",
I'm,
and I spoke to him
no, he's
last
short.
year.
He's short.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
know.
I'm
He's a
probably
little bit. I want to say he might be a little bit, if not the same height as Nick Walker.
I think he's about 5'7", because I spoke to
Yeah,
him and he was a little shorter than me, and I'm not
yeah.
that. I'm 5'8". But this guy is just, he's just so impressive.
See, he like what Bill was saying. He ain't the biggest guy though.
Yeah, but he's gonna beat guys on his shape and conditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, he's just so impressive, and he's put size on since last year.
yeah. He put some on there,
Yeah, absolutely. Okay,
and he round. He got that bubble. He bubble.
yeah, exactly. All right, I don't know who this guy is. We'll look him up. A lot of foreign guys coming in. VOLOD. Don't even ask me to pronounce this shit because there's no way I'm not going to be able to pronounce it. So who's this guy? This guy looks pretty damn good. I do not know who that guy is. All right, all right,
He
decent.
got some legs on him though. I know
Yeah,
that.
he's not bad. You know, he could use some more size upstairs, but he does have good legs and looks like he does come in shape. This more of a recent pick. Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. All right, it looks like he made some improvements. Again, there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of guys. Unfortunately, a lot of guys are going to go home upset because nothing. All right,
That side chest look good on him though.
It does. He looks damn good. But you know what it is? I think these guys will do better once they start. They'll do like, maybe the Cali Pro, and they'll go into Korea, and they'll go to, the big man, and they'll probably do some more damage over there. But when you start coming to the New York Pro and Arnold and Chicago, you're gonna have some serious guys from the U.S. and Canada coming in. All right, let's see. Next guy, I don't even know who this guy is either. I don't know this guy. I can't find his Instagram. We're skipping him.
His name is Ignorance is Bliss.
Is that what his name is?
That's his Instagram name. This is debut.
Oh, this is his debut. All right.
Okay, I done seen him before.
All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I'm glad it's his debut. This was obviously the Nationals. Do we have any pictures where it shows any improvements?
Yeah, he's been showing his posing pictures. He poses like damn near every day.
I mean, he's got a nice physique on him. He's got a nice build. Is he doing 212 or this is all the open?
Open.
Yeah.
Is he from New York?
Yeah, he's in Virginia, I believe.
Oh hell no! I ain't making my pro debut on freaking New York Pro. Not this stack lineup.
No, I wouldn't do it.
Me neither. But
I
he's
wait
gonna
on
get
Vancouver or something.
he's gonna get smoked. Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, you got to give their props to fucking jumping in, right? All right, and of course the big man that everybody's talking about, the man everybody is talking about. I can't wait to see what this guy looks like on stage because he made so many improvements. He looks so damn good with his small waist.
Last picture I seen him, he was flat as a pancake, but you can see him.
Wow. Yeah, this was one day ago.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Yeah. Listen, yeah, but he'll call.
I mean, Clayton should do well, but you got to look at the. I hate to say look at the shorter guys, but I mean, he lost a little bit of his legs, which he normally does when he I mean, listen, when you come in really razor sharp, you're gonna lose some legs, especially a taller guy. You're gonna lose some of the legs coming in super razor sharp.
Right.
But you got to look at everything, the compactness, the legs, upper body, everything got to uniquely match. And when you look at Martin and Antonio, well, Antonio, he got to bring his legs up a little bit. I think he's now allowing his upper body to take off a little bit too much. But I think Dennis was even saying that, and Dexter Jackson, he's got to be very careful because the shorter guys, because they're complete, that's the word I'm looking for, fully complete.
Yeah.
and come in condition, they're going to give him a run for his money as well. So it's going to be very interesting, man.
Yeah. I just want to see what he looks like on stage compared to those shorter guys. Because it's like comparing apples to oranges. He's got the wide shoulders, he's got the small waist, he has this beautiful physique. But yeah, you're right. He doesn't have that compact muscle like a Martin Fitzwater or of course a Nick Walker, right?
Right.
All right, let's see who else we got. All right, let's check out Martin Fitzwater because he put up a pic and he looked great, man. He really did. Oh, he doesn't. He blocked me. Never mind. He does not like me.
Well, listen, remember now, don't get caught up with the picks now, because we always see, because the picks I saw him before Pittsburgh,
RX
he was
muscle.
like dry and shredded, but then I didn't really see that on the stage at Pittsburgh. The same type of level of conditioning as the picks I'm seeing. So
Right.
everybody, don't get caught up with the picks, man, because he's going to have some nerves kicking in this pro. And is he going to be better than his last show? Or, I don't know. I think they're blowing him up a lot, but I
Mhm.
think he still has a lot to prove, man. He was gone for what, a year?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he has a lot to prove. Winning that last show he was in, there was really no competition. So I
Yeah,
mean, we're
yeah.
gonna find out.
I agree. He's got a lot to prove, but I think he did his homework, and he looks good. I had to go to RX Muscle because he blocked me from Instagram from last year when he got arrested, and I did the video on him getting arrested, so he doesn't like me. So it is what it is. So, but he looks impressive, man. Whatever he's doing, just keep doing it and show up to the New York Pro like this, and he's gonna probably do some damage. All right. Here's a guy that looks phenomenal. Since we're on RX Muscle, this guy, Imar, I can't pronounce it. These guys, I
Yeah,
can't pronounce
yeah,
it.
he looks really good.
Imar, Amarajada, blah, 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 blah. This guy is healed. I
Yeah.
mean, he obviously he's not gonna have the size the other guys have, but he is in shape, that's for sure. And I guess it looks like Chris Aceto's training him. That's what it looks like. It says it right here
Yeah, they're
from.
talking about him a lot on social media. I think he's gonna do
I
pretty
think he's
good.
gonna do. Yeah, I think he's gonna do great because when you're a smaller guy, and you don't pack on as much muscle, the only way you're gonna be able to beat these guys is through conditioning. You got to play to your pros, right? You can't play to your cons and do the size game when you don't have the size. All right, I don't know who this guy is, but let's check him out. Harry Harris. I don't know who Harry Harris is. All right, let's see. No. Yeah, that's yeah. All right. That was a week ago. Yeah. He's gonna go to the New York Pro and they're gonna go, here's your ass. Now go home. Sorry, Harry Harris. Okay. After Harry Harris, we got our good friend Dorian Haywood. I don't know if he put any pics up from I know he was at Bev's this week. I don't know if we put any pics up from Bev's. This was a day ago. Was he yet? I don't know. I think Dorian is going to hold his own, but and Dorian, I'm going to preface saying by Dorian and Phil have basically won my admiration, and I'll always be grateful for the two of them saving me after I lost my other co-host, and they've been on my show every week. That being said, gotta call a circle circles. As much as I love Dorian, I don't think he's gonna do so well in this lineup. And it seems to be his legs.
Yeah. Here's the thing, man. I mean, I was jokingly making a comment earlier when we were talking about, the New York Pro and the money going up and everything like that. And I'm a very, very confident individual. And when I first started in the sport, that's all I did was enter all the top shows and go up against all the top contenders and elite pros. I didn't give a shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now I'm at a point in my life where I was told this 2 years ago and I never listened. But it's all about picking your shows wisely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. These shows are not cheap. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? To just jump in shows and not get anything back, not even a grand. You hear what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And I even told myself, I wouldn't even enter this show. Point
Yeah.
blank cut dry. I wouldn't enter this show. And I said that about almost 6, 7 weeks ago. I just wouldn't. You know what I mean? Because I just know how the cards are played. I know how
Mm.
minds are made up before the show even starts.
Yeah.
You know, the
Absolutely.
top five
It's already picked
is
out.
going to be already picked. They
Yeah.
already know who they're calling out in the top five. Anything else from there is just battling for from six on down, right?
Right.
Dorian is a great bodybuilder. I just wish he picked shows wisely. He picked some shows where you have some elite competitors in there, and it's just not going to fare well. And I know him as a competitor, he believes that he brings it, and he does.
Yeah.
And you know, we're always going to believe we're better than someone else in a show when technically we probably aren't. You know what I mean? But yes, I believe that, you know, Dorian trained legs really, really hard and really, really heavy.
Mm-hmm.
But I think with his age, because that's one thing me and Patty notice a lot is like his legs. I knew Joe Dorian in the beginning because of his quads. He had big legs back in the day, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So I think with his age and the heavy lifting, the recovery, it's not panning out. So now his upper body looks like it's taking off a little bit more than his lower body. Um, but yeah, it's going to be very, very tough. I love the guy. He's a great guy.
It really is.
But this is a big, big show to think that you're going to do anything in, and even the next show after that, he's planning on doing. These guys are just going to roll over to that one.
Does
You know,
does he get better as he competes?
I don't, I, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know. I think
I
that
want to say yes, but I'm not 100%.
I think
I
what it
don't
was, I
know.
think it was it last year or year before last, he did was it Cali or something like that? He looked good in the show though.
Right.
He looked good.
I think he gets better as he competes. I might be wrong, but I want to say that because there was one show he did toward the end that he actually really looked good. All right.
I don't know, man. I
Let's
wish him luck, man. I really wish
Oh,
him luck. I wish him the best. I always, even when I competed against him, I know, a couple times, and I think one year he went up to Patty. He said, "I'm going to get Phil this year." And Patty smiled and said, "Patty smiled and said, okay, he's a great body, but I'm gonna pray for him. I wish him luck. He's gonna do what he do though. He goes out there. He loves being out there. He loves posing. He loves the excitement. Sometimes they'll give a shit where he places. He just loves putting on a show. So
yeah.
either way, he's gonna have a ball.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no question about it. And he is a super good dude. And when I do these, wrap ups or when I do the not wrap ups, when I do the previews with you guys, I separate my emotion from who I think is going to win. Right now, emotionally, of course, I want Dorian to win. So, but when I'm at the show or when I'm watching it, he's the one I'm going to be rooting for because then it's all emotion. I don't have to worry about, being a reasonable commentator, right? I don't care. It doesn't have to work that way at that point. So like then I'm sitting there going, right, come on, let's go. But right now, all right. So who's this guy now? Killer Kowalski. I don't know who he is. He's doing the show too. Oh, he looks like another guy that's. Do I have any? All right, let's just take a look here. Yeah, come on, man. I could beat you. Give me a break. I mean, when did
He looks tall.
he is. So it seems like he looks tall.
Yeah.
Oh. When do you come to terms with yourself? These lower tier guys. When do you come to terms with yourself and you just go, okay, you know what? I'm spending too much money. I'm not getting anything back. I have a family I got to take care of. This is taking time and effort away. When do you come to terms with yourself and go, all right, I did the best I could. I have no regrets. Time to bow out.
Some of them don't do it for the money though.
Yeah.
Like if you ain't doing it for the money and you doing it because you love it, okay, do your thing.
Yeah, then it doesn't matter,
You know?
right?
Yeah, just do your thing. Like everybody got fans and family that want to see them on that stage, and that's what you're doing it for, man.
Yeah, I could see that for the love of it. Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
for the love of it, and as long as you, as far as I'm concerned, as long because what happens, I saw this, so I'm assuming this is his kid with his wife, right? So I'm assuming right off the bat, I'm going bodybuilding takes time away from your kid and your wife. So my attitude is like, okay, are we? If that's happening, then maybe you should pre-prioritize. But if that's not happening, if you're able to have the balance, which I think most bodybuilders aren't, but if you're able to have the balance, and then then yeah, go out and do what you got to do, man.
Listen,
Well,
we all do this sport because we love it. I mean, I don't know anybody, but if you're doing this sport because you don't love it, then you got some issues.
yeah, yeah. Listen, Vinny
But
Galante, how old is Vinny now, Luke? Vinny's got to be in his
uh,
50s, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. He's old. He's
He's
in
but
get
close to
it comes down to, like you said, the family. I got to look at things, I do now. I'd be like, listen, if this is going to take more money away from me and my family in our future,
right.
then it's not worth me continue doing it. And Flex Wheeler couldn't have told me this any better when I did Boston several years ago, and I sat down with him because I ran into like a diuretic issue at that show where I probably wasn't going to even make it to that show. I don't know how, God willing, I needed to get on stage. I took 6 at that show back then, but he sat with me and he was just very passionate to me. And he's like, do you consider yourself as a professional? I said, yes. He says, do professionals and pros in all sports compete to take care of their family and win money? I said,
Mm,
yes. He said, so if you're not going to win any money, don't invest your life, basically that's
exactly.
what he said,
Yeah.
into this sport if you're not going to get anything out of this sport, because what you're going to end up doing is cutting your life short or probably losing your life over this sport. When he said that to me, that opened my eyes up a lot, because I used to just be jumping in shows and jumping in shows,
And
you know.
I can't agree more, man. I can't
Yeah,
I
so
can't.
if I'm not gonna get something, listen, I gotta get my prep money back. I gotta get something back
Right.
doing this show. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't want to walk away with nothing, at all. So with me, I have passion. I love it, but I love it enough where if I notice that, hey, listen, I'm dropping in second call outs and shit ain't working no more, and I can't even break the top 6. Oh, I'm walking away. It's time to go.
Right. Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. I think every bodybuilder certainly has to come to terms with that. But, there are the exceptions to the rules, like Vinny Galante, who is in his 50s, and it doesn't really take money away from him. It's him and his wife. I don't think he has kids. Financially, he's fine, and he loves doing it, and he just keeps on going. So go ahead. All right,
But you
here's
got to
an
be careful. That could be addiction, though. You know what I
absolutely.
mean? Some people get it twisted with loving the sport and being addicted to the sport.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know. God bless the man, because to be at to be at the age, he has a lot of injuries. I heard him doing a podcast just recently. He's
Hmm.
battling a lot of injuries and a lot of pain. And to be, I think he's going to Classic Physique. I think he said he's going to go to Classic.
Yeah,
yeah.
And he
because they changed the weight.
wants to hope and praise he gets into the Masters next year. He said he got a little starstruck. He didn't do so well because of nerves or whatever, and he believes if he gets a second opportunity, he's going to do better. But I don't know. But Master Olympia, these guys, even in the Master Olympia, they're still rough and rugged. So God bless them, man. I can't compete in my 60s. I can't. I
Nah.
can't compete after 55. That's just too old.
I was very happy when he got the invite to do the Masters Olympic because I know that meant everything to him. You
Yeah.
know. All right. Here's another. Oh, we've seen this guy before. He did the New York Pro last year.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, last year
He,
he didn't do
he,
too bad, but last year wasn't the
he
lineup.
actually looked all right last year.
Yeah. He didn't do too bad last year, but it wasn't the lineup that he did
Yeah.
that what is this year. Yeah, I remember this guy. He was like where's he from?
Hey, the man got some shoulders. He got like Kevin LeBron shoulders.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like he's impressive on stage, this guy. Yeah, I just can't figure out where he's from. But yeah, he is that. Let me see. He probably has a picture of from the New York Pro from last year. But he certainly looked good. I think he came in. I want to say either 5th or 6th last year. I don't remember.
Yeah, cause I remember them shoulders. I remember that's what I was talking about. I was like, look at this man's shoulders.
Yeah. Last year he looked pretty good. But again, it's a different lineup now. So we'll see what happens. All right, who's the next one up? Justin Rodriguez is doing the show.
Justin a good dude, man.
He's a great guy. Every time I see
Yeah.
him, he talks to me and whatnot. Next one, Milan. Don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, I remember
Milan.
him. too, though.
Let's see.
The deep. Yeah.
All right. I don't know. Okay, there's another guy.
He been doing it for a minute though.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I guess there's another guy that just likes doing it because he's gonna get annihilated. But all right. Next one. Big Stu.
Big Stu gonna bring that condition.
Yeah, this guy's breaking the top 5 big time. He's gonna be a force, this guy. This guy looks good. He really does look good. He made some serious improvements. Yeah, this was what? A week ago? This was a week ago. Yeah, he looks good. He looks good, man. He really does. He made some serious improvements. You look at
if Stu gets focused on Stu's main focus should be I gotta take Antonio out because that was the guy that beat me last year.
right. Yeah.
So that should be his focus. And he's a very clever guy. He's Beef is smart. He even did a joke video, said, third call outs, here I come. Yeah, joking, but
yeah, he does that all the time. He
yeah.
calls himself it says mediocre IFBB pro bodybuilder.
Right. He's believing in himself a little bit more now. I think when he first went pro, he just didn't. And it was like Blue helped him believe in himself more. But if he plans his strategy right, you got to take out Antonio, and you got to try to take out Martin. If you could do those two things, if that's possible, that's going to put you in a pretty good damn place. Now, one thing I noticed with Beef is he brings some good size and he got some better conditioning this time around. He has to be careful with the carb load and control that midsection. That's why Tonio beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, was the midsection control. And of course, the shape, the Tonio side chest is ridiculous when he does his side chest. So he got to have a strategy posing wise on his best poses to beat certain individuals at their poses to try to move up. So he just have to have a strategy going into this show.
Looks like he brought up his back a little bit too from last year too.
Yeah.
Those 3 are going to be Stu, Tonio, and Martin. I think they're going to be battling those 3 guys. I think those are going to be you're going to see those guys in order. All right. Do we have anybody else? This was a week ago. All right. Not so much.
He looks tall too.
Yeah, not so much.
Yeah, he got some long legs.
Yeah, he's got strange shape, The front double bi's not bad, but he's got odd shape. A lot of these guys that are going to be in the show at a regular, not such a deemed lineup, they might break the top 5 or top 6, but a lot of these guys are going to go home, like Phil said, with nothing because it's just nobody. I don't think anybody expected the New York Pro to be this deep.
No, it hasn't been that way in a long time.
Yeah,
I was shocked.
All right.
It's probably because of what happened last year. It wasn't that many people in it last year.
Nope.
Tonio won, and because I heard that's what I heard a lot of people say last year. I should have done the New York Pro. I should have done the New York Pro.
Yeah.
Tonio won.
Well, last year, if you remember, there wasn't a lot of people doing shows, and I think that's one of the main reasons why they upped the prize money. Because there was a lot of shows last year where you might have had 1 or 2 good guys, and then that was it, And I remember I was calling the shows. I was like, "Oh, this guy's gonna win," and the guy would win. And anybody who didn't know bodybuilding very well was like, "Oh man, that guy John from Serious Bodybuilding knows what he's doing." I'm like, "Nah, dude, there's only 2 guys that are good." Anyway, all right.
Yo, did you see the money they charging for the freaking
man?
3 different paid for prejudge? Oh hell no, I'm not paying all that.
And it's for each
dude.
class. Like
It's
Yep.
insane. I just looked at it. That's why I said I might go at night because
12 show, you gotta leave.
I ain't see it. They charging the light for the pay-per-view.
it's
They
eat,
charge
dude.
you morning and evening for 212, morning and evening for open, morning and evening for class physique. They're each you got to pay for each class. You're not
Yeah.
paying for the show.
And it's more money if you want to sit in the first 10 rows.
Oof.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, dude. Like if you want to be there all day, it's a $400 day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. That's why I'm like, if I'm going, I'm just going at night because I ain't gonna, I'd rather be working and making money on Saturday than there spending money. All right. Do we think Nick Walker's gonna take it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's still gonna take it.
He's the person to beat.
If anybody can beat Nick Walker, who do you think it'll be?
Tonio.
Yeah, I agree. I think
Who?
it's gonna be Tonio. If
Tonio?
anybody, I think Tonio could take second.
Antonio and Fitzwater.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Tonio has to beat Martin. They're blowing
Yeah.
Martin up way too much right
Martin
now.
could-
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all got to remember this now. Tonio don't have to beat Martin. Martin got to beat Tonio.
That's right.
Tonio won last year. He's still the champ.
And
You
I
know
don't.
what though? With saying that, I think it's kind of disrespectful. Me and Patty was actually talking about that
Yeah.
because when you win a show, you're that person on that flyer.
yeah.
And I think this is kind of messed up. And I understand it's a money grab. Nick Walker won a couple of years ago, but we're not talking about a couple of years ago. Tonio won it last year. It should be
Yeah.
him in the middle on that flyer saying that, hey, he's the man to beat. That's the only thing rubbed me wrong. And it's a little bit, it's not a little bit, it's completely disrespectful to Tonio.
Yeah, I
You know
agree.
what I mean? Because, come on, but
Yeah, he won last year. He should. You're right. But Nick is the name with the following and brings the bucks, and it is what it is. But yeah, it is a little disrespectful. I think Tonio, if anybody could beat Nick, it's going to be him on his shape, and I think it's only going to be if Nick misses the mark. We've never seen Nick miss the mark.
Yeah.
No.
And then after that, where do you think Quentin's going to land?
I think Quentin's going to land probably in the top three. I don't see him giving him top four the most, but I can't see him any further than between the top three to top four. I don't see him dropping further.
Yeah, because Quentin always in good condition. I ain't never seen him not going to be in good condition.
And he's got great shape.
Yeah.
We just got to see if he has as much size. So you think he could beat guys like Stu and
well,
Martin?
He has to beat Martin. Now, Martin beat him in Texas last time Quentin competed.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's his game plan. I know he wants to win, but if I was coming in a show and somebody beat me and they're in this show, I'm going in the show to beat them. Then I worry about moving up from there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, He has to come in and beat Martin. Martin beat him in Texas when they competed.
All right. Luke, who do you think the dark horse is going to be? A guy out of nowhere.
I really don't know. From looking at everybody's it might be it could be Stu. I was looking at he could actually knock a couple people off. He come in there, he'll shock him. He'll shock him. He's coming in and just.
Well, I'm expecting him to knock a couple of people off. He came in second last year at the New York Pros. I'm expecting him to do damage. I think that guy Amirajek, I can't pronounce his last name. I think he's gonna be a dog horse. Who do you think, Bo?
Angel.
Yes, we forgot about him. That's right. Angel could very well break.
Angel done won. He won an open show, man.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
But it wasn't at this caliber right here. So he gonna beat a lot of guys on condition, and for his height, he gonna look way bigger than he is.
Yeah, that's a good point. He's the kind of guy that could take out a lot of people. Okay. For some reason, I forget about him. But yeah, man, he could definitely be. I wouldn't be surprised if he could beat we
talking about the top three, really. We might need to be talking about like the top 7.
Yeah, you're right.
Because if you look at it like these names we talking about, that top 7 can get shaken up real easy.
Tim Budishane is another one that could do damage.
Yeah, Tim gonna out condition some guys too. But is he gonna have the size to stand next to, you know what I'm saying, the other guys though? You got to stand next to Nick, you got to stand next to Stu, you stand next to Tonio. You're outsized Tonio, but the shape on Tonio will get you.
Yep.
Yeah. The shape, you know, and he comes in condition too.
Yeah, Tonio come in condition all the time. So you got a lot of guys that you can shake up this top 7 with.
But what do you think? We all agree. We think Nick's going to take it.
I don't think.
I
ain't sitting back here.
I'm gonna tell y'all, like I can't say that because I still got the roll with the champ though.
Yeah.
I got the roll with the champ.
It's just that Nick has so much muscle, and he never comes off. And if he controls that midsection with that much muscle, and he's 10% better that we saw at the guest posing, you just not gonna
listen, bro.
Not gonna be able
I can't see him doing it to Nick. You saw Nick lost his shit when he lost to Sampson, and that was a tight race. That was real tight. I mean, he out-conditioned Sampson. It was a tight race, but they wanted him the same size as he was in the Olympia. They said if he looked the same way he looked in the previous Olympia and came in bigger, he played the conditioning game and lost a lot of legs, and he got beat by Sampson Dowder, right? But I don't see it. I mean, I love every competitor. They're blowing him up way too much, investing too much money. They want him in the Olympia because he did not make it last year due to the hamstring. Dude, I can break it all down to you.
Very good point.
If he's on, which we know he has not been ever off,
right?
There's no way. He's not. If it happens, boy, this world be shook up.
Yeah. No, y'all
got to remember the story.
You nailed it, Phil. You nailed it.
I feel you on that, Phil. Though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel you on that, but we got to remember the story. It happened before. I ain't saying with Nick though. It happened with the condition sort of guy beat the bigger guy.
Oh. Who's that?
Dexter Jackson and Jay Cutler. It's the same thing almost.
Oh yeah.
Jay was off though. Jay was off.
Even
Dexter said it. Dexter was on the Olympia TV last week because they were asking him about the people coming in Olympia. He's asking about if C-Bum ever going to get beat. He said no, he's going to retire winning. And he said when he saw Jay that year, he knew Jay was off because he said if Jay plays my game, which is the conditioning game, and get away from his size, he said I got him. So when I saw him at the show, Jay was trying to play the conditioning game instead of playing his size game. Mm-hmm. So Jay was off. That's why Jay got beat. Yeah, but we're talking Dexter, though, man. Dexter's a whole different breed. If Dexter's in this show, I'm picking Dexter.
Yeah. No, Dexter is top. You could argue one of the best ever to do it. You know what I mean? But the thing is, Phil's right because they want him at the Olympia because Nick Brings is a draw. He's a huge draw. That's the difference. And you know what, Phil? I didn't even think of that. You're 100% right. So this guy, as long as he brings somewhat of what his old physique, he's gonna win. You're right.
You're he will have to be off, man. As bad as I want and would love to see shook up a Tonio, a beef stew, or somebody come in here and shake it up. I just know how they operate, man. I know how Steve operates. I know how Tyler. I just know. I've been around. I've seen it too many times.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So we'll see. We'll see. Probably they may shock the world. Tyler has done it before, in physique and classic physique. I never really seen him done in the open though. But we'll see.
No, you nailed it. That fucking nailed it. All right, gentlemen. Once again, great show. I appreciate each and every one of you. Much love, much respect. Thank you for coming on. And everybody, remember, like, share, subscribe to this great channel because we're bringing you awesome content. All right, guys. I will talk to you. I'll probably talk to you guys over the weekend.
All right, cool.
All right, later.
We'll see you there.